Morning, truck buddies. Airborne trucker checking in from Auburn, Alabama. So I went ahead and some of the workers showed up. I turned around. I was parked on the other side by that porta john on the right hand side, but so things will be in a decent order. I went ahead and turned around. Now one or two things are going to happen. One, I'm going to get unloaded. Two, I'm about to wait. All right. Nobody else has been here yet. It's about 6:30. I would assume, which I don't like assuming, like even if you had the first appointment, the 7 o'clock appointment, you would show up a little bit early. That's just me, always overanalyzing, overthinking about the worst case scenario. That's why if you can and when you can, you park at the job site, because you never know. You get here at 7 o'clock, one, it could be a line of trucks. Two, you don't get unloaded at 7 o'clock, you get unloaded at 9 o'clock. So your clock is running. All right, those are things that you got to think about when you're on e-logs, and it sucks, it's stupid, but you got to think outside the box. Like I said, worst case scenario, they say, hey, you can't get unloaded, you got to wait. All right, cool. I'll just back up down the road. I'm in the median right now. Like I said, it's on a dead end street. There's an actual plant down that way. It says no turnaround, no trucks, no dead end, whatever. So I just verified the address, make sure I didn't have to go there. So here comes the 7 o'clock guy now. If I was a betting man, but his timer's running, man. Like I said, you always want to park up. So I'm gonna see if he comes with me and see what he says. But yeah, man, so it's 6:30. His ticker's running and mine's not. So let's see how this goes. 8 o'clock, man. Their crew's just getting here. And we got a line of trucks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks now. All right. So let's see how this goes, man. They don't know how they're gonna unload us. I don't know if we gotta pull in there again, load off the street. So now what I feared has happened. Now it only happens every now and then. But guys checking paperwork. Hey, what time you supposed to be here? So I was handling paperwork. Of course, like I said, I'm the first truck. Now my truck buddy behind me, he's got me and the other guy loaded together. He had the 9:30. The truck behind me, he had 11:30. And then it was somebody else, of course. So they're gonna shuffle everybody around. I mean, it don't matter. Like I said, you still park up, dude, just cause shit like this. Like I said, it's like 7 trucks. It don't make me no difference. I mean, I'll pull up and back up out the way, if need be. So we'll see. Let me go see what they want me to do. All right, 9:30. Just getting unloaded. As you can see in the rear view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TMC trucks. They had one truck. He had rolls of plastic. I think that's the roofing material. So they unloaded him first. Now, the guy was actually checking appointments, and everybody here agreed that hey, we're already lined up, first come, first serve. So that's why I'm getting unloaded right now. It didn't make me no difference. I would have damn yeah. All right, so I had to move a little bit, but yeah. So we all agreed, like, hey, we're already lined up, same company, just do whatever, just go ahead and get us offloaded. So I was here first, I'm getting unloaded first. They're about halfway done, I guess, and they have no idea what they're doing with all this insulation. Don't order the stuff if you got no plan for it. The roofing company was 4 hours away, or they drove 4 hours from wherever they're from for this job site, so they never been here. Now, I don't know why in the world you would wait till the day of to check out your job site. That's crazy to me. Funny thing is, where I'm getting unloaded right now is where I parked at. It's kind of crazy. That was where I parked at. But yeah, man, like I said, so the other guys say they're gonna be on splits, but I still want that headache, man. So that's why you park up, man. Shout out to my truck buddy, another TMC driver. He said his mom checks my channel out, so shout out to my TMC truck buddy. But I'm telling you, man, job sites are hit or miss, and this one started off as a miss, but it's working itself out. Now, even though I parked up, I can still get a trash load. You gotta remember that too. You can still get a trash load. Now, the way how they had me sitting in the street is silly as hell. They should just have me pull all the way straight in and back up onto the curb instead of blocking traffic. Whatever, man. Just get the stuff off my truck, and we'll go from there. See where I head next. All right, so the group of guys that we delivered this morning was talking about some of the things that annoy us, out here on the road. And we talked about something, and it's happening right now. Why would you you're by appointment only? Why would you schedule 3 trucks at the same time? You only have 2 doors to load, unload. All right, that makes no sense to me. Or no, okay, I stand corrected. They've got 5 doors, but they're only using, I guess, 4 of them. I guess, heck, I don't know. But it's American Metal Group, never been here before. And apparently I'm not missing nothing. But they are looking for over-the-road drivers, over-the-road flatbed drivers. $14.50 guaranteed week, mileage incentive, TARP pay, $5,000 sign-on bonus, 2 weeks paid time off, 8 paid holidays, $2,500 referral bonus, and weekends home. That's pretty legit if you stay in Alabama. You're guaranteed to get $14.50. All right, you got a mileage incentive, TARP pay. Like I said, $5,000 sign-on bonus. They probably split that up. The $2,500 referral bonus, the weekends home, and the paid holidays. That's a big deal to me. The 8 paid holidays. So that's not bad at all. But yeah, man, that's just crazy to them to overbook your appointment times. But so I gotta wait. I'm only going 160 miles. I'm going on the other side of Atlanta to Norcross. Now, there's a good chance. I ain't gonna even say that, because where have I picked it before from damn Norcross? I'll be close to that Home Depot distribution center. Of course, Owens Corning in Atlanta. I can probably bounce all the way to Westlake Pike. So who knows, man? I'm not even. It is what it is, man. So crazy. I gotta do some research on this place. I've got a 12 o'clock appointment tomorrow. Now they're 7 to 2. Of course, if I was unloaded first thing this morning, I've been one of the type of things, to try to get unloaded today. That's not going to happen. All right. But yeah, man. Don't know if you ever been here though, but they got some stuff going on back there. You pull up in here and wait. So I just pulled off out the way. I wasn't sure where to go. So I'm assuming I go in one of these doors whenever they're done D'ing around. So just gotta wait my turn. And see where we're gonna go from there. American Metal Logistics in Sakula, no, I pronounced that wrong, Alabama. Hey, you come here, you better pack a freaking breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. So, had a 12 o'clock appointment. Excuse me, 11 o'clock, 4:16. I didn't get in the bay until 12:15. And it wasn't loaded until 2 o'clock. All right, took me about, I don't know, about 30. I try to be fast as possible. You know, you got trucks waiting, so you try to, you know, go ahead and secure, drape your tarp, and pull out so the next truck can go in there and get loaded. You gotta have a bulkhead. I couldn't get any footage because they lowered the door on me. But choke straps all down the length of the damn load. Got a choke strap the whole thing. Said I was missing a board, so I commandeered one of theirs. It's leaning a little bit, but it should be fine. Bulkhead, gotta have that. All right, you gotta use wax paper on both sides. Like I say, man, you gotta be considerate of the drivers, man. You got other folks waiting to get loaded. We're all here to do the same thing. Get your stuff loaded, secure it, and move the heck out, man. Don't be a blue falcon. All right, so I ran out of dunnage. I couldn't tent tarp it, but in theory, I need 5 more pieces of dunnage in theory to correctly tent tarp this. You put 3 boards on the top, so if it rains, the water goes down the side. You tent tarp the back. But like I said, I'm out of dunnage, so I make sure I put extra wax paper, and I cuffed it under there, folded under, and I put the tarp under there, so it should be fine. I'm only going 150 miles. But that's when things happen. But don't take that stuff for granted. So that's what that looks like. I'll give this tarp job a C-. C-. The truck buddy next to me, he had a curtain, he had a covered wagon, man. He helped me out right quick, and I appreciate that. Helped me spread my tarp out. But my other truck buddy, that was behind me, my truck buddy behind me this morning, he was saying how the other driver that had the 9 o'clock appointment called and fussed about not being unloaded. Now I see it on both ends. Yes, he had an appointment, and you know, got to honor that appointment. Now, 5 out of the 6 drivers didn't mind. Now, like I said, I was the guy with the latest appointment with the 1 o'clock, but I was the first one to get unloaded. You just never know sometimes. But at the same time, I already knew if they were going to go by appointments, I already knew I would have to back up to the end of the line. No big deal. So you guys see it on both ends. So after he fussed enough, I guess somebody called, and then, you know, he got him unloaded. But I said, even if I had a 9 o'clock appointment, me personally, I'm trying to be the first one there. That way, you know, if they do go by appointments, they get you in order or whatever the case might be, instead of getting there right at your appointment time. I think he got there like 8:30 or something like that. And the kicker was he had a 9 o'clock, but there was somebody in front of him that had the 8 o'clock. So you still got to wait, man, regardless of the fact. But so I guess they moved him to the front line. He got unloaded. So yeah, Sylacuga, 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 Alabama. If you come to this place, hey man, pack a lunch, man. Pack a freaking lunch. Like I said, my truck buddy behind me, he had a 12 o'clock appointment. And I meant to ask him where he was going. I think he's going to South Carolina, I think. I'm not sure. But he's having a heck of a time getting loaded right now. I thought I had some special stuff. He's got all kind of mix-match stuff. But yeah, man, we're going to get on down the road. I was going to try to park at there's a Lowe's that's like 4 miles from the delivery. Now, the only problem is my appointment's at 12, so I'm gonna get there about 11:30. I want to be there just a tad bit early, just kind of, you know, feel things out. Want to be there before lunchtime. I want to be checked in before lunchtime to get unloaded. That's what I plan to do. Hopefully that works out like that, but we know how that goes. But thinking about going to the Petro, I don't know. because I still got 3 hours, 7:30, 8:30, 8:30. It's gonna be packed. So I'm going to trip plan for something else before I get to 285, because I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be packed going towards Atlanta. So I think I'm gonna try to hit up that way station, or the rest area. Stop short, no big deal, and try to get back in front of my clock tomorrow. Excuse me. But let's see what happens, truck buddies. I gotta stop and get some water because I drunk a whole gallon of water. So I'm doing pretty good with my water consumption. It's not a gallon. It's 3 liters. It's almost a gallon, but that's a good little bit of water in the few hours that I've been poking around. All right, truck buddies. We'll see you on the next one. Morning, truck buddies. Airborne Trucker checking in from the great state of Georgia. All right. So I stopped at a Flying J here on I-20, exit 19. And I forgot all about this place because my wife was riding with me one time, and there's a Mexican restaurant across the street called El Tapatio. If you're ever in that area for the night, man, hey, stop there. They got real good food. What I want to talk about right quick is when I choose my parking spot, when I park at a truck stop. I try not to park at a truck stop. I only park here for fueling and shower, all right? But I've got a 12 o'clock appointment today, and I'm like an hour. I'm gonna leave out at 10 o'clock. So I'll give me like an hour and a half to get there, 30 minutes, check in, take my tarps off and stuff like that for my 12 o'clock appointment. But when I'm picking a parking spot, no matter if it's a free parking spot or a reserved spot, I want the spot with the least amount of resistance, all right? Not only for myself, but the folks that are driving next or that's gonna park next to me. So if you can see, I can pull straight out. If anybody parks right there on the side like they did there in the front, you can still get out and maneuver. All right, you ain't gotta worry about being backed into. Usually 9 times out of 10, you shouldn't have to worry about nobody backing into you because it's a straight line back. All they gotta do is pull forward and back in. They don't have to angle back. So that's how I choose my spots at a truck stop. I've talked about that before, because when you start trying to maneuver and get creative, hey, bad things usually happen. So I just try to I'll drive around the parking lot to find that perfect spot. Like I said, if I gotta pay for it, then I gotta pay for it. I'll just use my points. But like I said, even if somebody parks right there and make a spot there, I can still get out. No problem with the person next to me. I usually don't like starting late, but I've got no choice. I haven't been to this place before, so I don't know how they are on appointments. And from some of the reviews, they didn't have parking. So that's how I do that. If you're the type of driver that complains about paying for parking, then just don't park in a paid spot. It's just that simple. There's going to be drivers that count on that paid parking when they get in late or whatever the case might be. Hey, they pay for that spot, so don't park in it. It's just that simple. You know, does it suck? Yeah, it sucks, but guess what? The truck stop's got to run a business. You know, you got drivers that tear stuff up, pee everywhere, poop everywhere, leave trash, you know, leave stuff a mess. So, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, you got a problem paying for parking, just don't park in a paid spot. But that's what I do, man. Like I said, I don't always park at a truck stop. I try not to, but where I plan on stopping is like another probably 10 or 15 miles. So it wouldn't have made a difference on my day. So like I said, I'm gonna leave out at 10. Hopefully get there by 11:30 at the latest. Check in for my 12 o'clock and get the day started. Now, I had a guy, I was filling up last night across the street. I went to down the Pilot instead of Flying J. I couldn't see it because it's in a wooded area. I hardly ever ride I-20. But I actually needed to come to the Flying J to park and stop for the night. But I went in, since I was already over at the Pilot, I went ahead and just filled up over there. So I hardly ever try to pull up behind anybody because, one, drivers aren't considerate, and there's a good chance somebody's gonna be taking their break. And sure enough, there's a guy taking a break at the pump. So I'm like, hey man, you know, I'm already filled up fueling. There's a truck behind me. All the lanes are full. So, hey man, hey, pull forward for me so I can get from behind you. Like I still got 9 more minutes on my break. So, dude, I don't care, man. Just pull up 5 feet so I can get from behind you. And I don't care what you do. So, needless to say, about after, a couple minutes, you finally crank this truck up and pull forward so I can move out. Dude, be considerate of other people, man. Don't, if you know that you're going to take a break, if you know it's kind of shady, hey, find somewhere to pull off, man. Don't block a punk because you got to take a break. You're just screwing the drivers that are behind you, But he finally moved, and I came across the street to the Flying J. Now, it's quite a few spots. It says 100 and some odd spots, but it don't look like it. It's like 50 reserved spots. But like I say, man, I always try to find a spot with the least amount of resistance, man, because I don't trust drivers. I don't trust myself. I always talk about that, all right? Excuse me. But that's how I choose my parking spot, man. If I gotta pay for it, if it's a free spot, you try to find the free spot, but sometimes the free spots don't line up. That's just my opinion, So I'll pay for a spot. But walk inside, wash my hands, brush my teeth. I tell you, man, you gotta start your day brushing your teeth, man. Even if you don't get to the dentist, take care of your damn mouth, man. Don't be talking to folks and you ain't brush your damn teeth in the morning, all right? So, got a clean mouth, got some breakfast, I got some water. Gonna get this day started, and hopefully we're not an hour. Never mind, I was gonna say that backwards. Like they say Atlanta's an hour from Atlanta, and I'm an hour from Atlanta, so hopefully it don't take me 2 hours to get to Atlanta. All right, truck buddies, let's go. All right, that wasn't too bad. So I left at 10. Damn, got there about 11:30. First time there, they don't have parking. And I'm assuming they're strict on appointments, but just showing up, 30 minutes to an hour early should be no big deal. Did that, pulled up, took my tarps off, back into the bay. Now, once I got there, I went straight to sleeper berth because I knew it was going to be a minute to get unloaded. And it was 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. Once I got unloaded, put all my stuff away, it was 2 hours. Now, once I first got there, you send, on your computer, you let, you hit, have you arrived? You put yes. That kind of gives your fleet manager an idea, that you're there. So within 10 minutes, I get a message. So we got one option for you, full tarp insulation going to Jacksonville. Nope, don't want it. Now, if the revenue was different, yeah, I would have took it. But full tarp, insulation, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, they help you with the tarps and all that good stuff, but it's a pain in the butt. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that one because they're just assuming since it went to Jacksonville, I would take it. So no, I'm gonna wait. So I'm just getting here. It's gonna be a while for me to get unloaded. So I'll just wait. I'll wait for right now. Not even 5 minutes later, ding, hey, we got 2 more options. So it was either come to Villa Rica to go to Orlando with an extra stop, or go to Carrollton. I don't remember where it was going, but it wasn't worth the headache. So I took the Villa Rica load going down to Orlando. And so out of the 3 options, I was like, let's go ahead and just take this one. I mean, if I already got to go to Florida, I'll at least be worth it. So I've got most of my time. I've already done my first pause. You can't do 2. So I know I'm gonna be here for a while. It's 1, 2, I think it's like 6 trucks ahead of me. So guy looking around, damn, trying to figure out how he gonna get up. Every day. It is what it is. You know, so we got trucks all stacked up. So I don't like parking right here where guys got to secure at, but we got no choice. But yeah, you're going to do one pause. So go ahead and do my unload and load time right now. Then I go back to sleeper berth. I needed that 2 hours for this debacle right here. So anytime you get close on your break, just go ahead and finish that break, because you're not going to get that time back. Or you will get that time back but once. But shout out to my truck buddy. Man, I'm telling you, man, when y'all run up on me, hey, tell me y'all names, man. I have my female truck buddy works at TMC. She's like, I'm the reason, you're the reason I came to TMC. She's heading to Iowa. She's got a TQM. I was wondering how she's going to make it to do 1,200 miles. So I was telling her, I was like, look, how much time do you have left on your clock now? She said, 5 hours. Been here 30 minutes. So I said, go ahead, and you're going to be here long enough to do your pause. You can get that time back. All right. Drive that 5 hours. All right. If it's 1,200 miles, you're due there Thursday. So today's only Tuesday. So you got Wednesday, Thursday. You got 600 miles apiece to run. All right. So that's your 1,200 miles. So it's vital that you drive as much as you can on that 5 hours. Got to eat into that time for Thursday. Plus you're going to get an hour back. So you try to drive. You got 5 hours, you try to drive 300 miles, that'll leave you with 900 miles. All right, once you get to Wednesday evening, you got to try to knock out another 600. So that should leave you, let's see, 6 and 3 is 9, leave you about between 300 to 400 miles for Thursday. All right, so that's how you got to make the best of that. Drive your time at the best that you can. And when you shut down, Wednesday night, you got to make sure you have less than 600 miles to make sure you make on-time delivery. All right, but you've got half a day to play with, for that time. So she'll be fine, I think she said she's been here about a year. So, I mean, it comes with the territory, trying to, work your clock and all that good stuff and trying to, make the best of every situation. But should be fine. You got plenty of time to get there. If not, you ain't gonna make it. You just send your fleet manager message like, hey, I'm not gonna make this delivery, and then just reschedule it. It's not the end of the world. But that should be a pretty decent little run. I think I picked up out of here before I went to Iowa. I can't remember. Paid pretty decent. Nice little decent run, But we're gonna wait, man. Like I said, it's like probably about 7 trucks ahead of me. Got nothing to do. They'll call you when they're ready for you. I'll probably take me a nap, but I want to back up on this back line back here whenever a spot opens up. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. But so we got truck buddies. Nap time. Crazy. It's been a long day, so we got a two drop load going back to Florida. I'm trying to get back to Florida tonight. 7:43. So now my plan is to drive till midnight, stop by midnight, start again at 10 o'clock, and finish up going to Winter Garden. At the Winter Garden, I'm going to Orlando. Orlando's not that far from Winter Garden, so I'm gonna try, like I said, drive most of my time out. 2 chains on the back, 1 chain per. Now, the reason why I did 1 chain, most of those are 3/8 chains. Those are bigger than, I don't know if you can see that, the 5/16 chain. That's a smaller chain. So I got 3/8 chains all on the big ones, or all in the middle. Wrap your chains around your binder. Like I said, use the bungee on there to hold the chain in the binder. Hey, shout out to my truck buddy Dallas. We chopped it up for a minute. She said I was her inspiration to drive a truck and come to TMC. So we chopped it up for a minute. It kind of sucks I got loaded before her, but for whatever reason they decided to load the trucks in reverse order, which don't even sound right, but that's what happened. But she's heading to Iowa for a trainer. I'm heading to Florida. But we'll get on down the road. Hopefully, like I said, drive till midnight, shut it down. Matter of fact, before I say midnight, I need to see how much time I have before I make that plan. All right, 7.5 hours, so I mean my ticker's running. Work shift duty, 7.5 hours. That's all I have, even though it says 8 hours of drive time. So I can get about 7 hours. That's about 400 miles, give or take. That's almost the whole trip. All right. So all I have to do is make it to Florida and shut down. So hopefully I'll be before midnight. Get back up, try to get a good night rest, and get back after it. All right. Here we go, Florida bound. All right, so it's almost midnight. I had to shut it down, man. I got tired. Now, what I'm hoping for, now I stopped with 3.5 hours. I get time back at 6:45. So hopefully, I'm praying that I get enough time, and I need 4 hours to get to my first drop, and hopefully get there before lunchtime, and then head on to Orlando, because Orlando, I gotta be there before 2 o'clock. Winter Garden is daggone 3 o'clock, which is backwards. So, but you're not gonna do about that. So hopefully I get enough time back and to get started and get it knocked out. I wanted to make it to Orlando. I wanted to make it to Florida, but that would put me at about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And that was a little late for me, and I'm tired. So we'll try again in the morning.